Well, it's Friday, November 5th, 2021. For some reason, November 5th seems like it's supposed to be something, but I can't remember what. It's like it should be significant for some reason, but I can't I can't identify what it is. And it's nothing about my current lifestyle or anything going on. I don't have anything due that had to get done by the 5th. It's something from my past. It has something to do with November 5th. And I can't remember at this time. And it's been a lingering feeling all day. And it's not like a birthday or an anniversary, not that I can think of anything. I don't know. But November 5th. And I'll probably just forget about it. It's like, oh. But I don't know. That was just one of those lingering feelings. So things all, who knows? Anyway. And then I was thinking, did I want to do one of these today? I don't know. And then I ended up sitting down, and here I am. And then I was deciding on the lighting, and I ended up with natural, just through the window, just nothing. So that's what we got. And then it's like, what do I talk about? I don't really have anything to say, nothing worth saying. It's gonna be really boring. And then I was like, oh well, I did go for a run yesterday, and that's always I do enjoy talking about that. And I'm still doing that on a semi-regular basis, every couple days. And yesterday, just did a just a tour about town, and I don't know how far I went. Maybe 5 miles. I wasn't moving that fast. I was moving at a decent pace, but I'm just out there to be out there. And so I had fun. I guess the most interesting thing, and I knew it sometimes gets close to happening, but this time it actually did happen, and I was very responsible too. I was proud of myself. That I saw that there was a train coming, and I have to cross train tracks a couple times if I'm going in a certain pattern. And anyway, the traffic was coming to a stop, and the crossing guards were dropping, and the lights were going, and the sounds were going, and the bells, and I was running in that direction. I was looking, where's the train? And I saw the train. It's moving slow. It's moving through town. And I'm like getting closer. It's like, I could probably outrun it. I could, if I sped up a little bit, I could make it. I was like, it's not worth it. So I didn't. I just quickly abandoned the idea and just like, well, I'll detour and veer off another direction. When you're on foot, you have that freedom, and I'm not stuck to the road like cars or even bicycles. I can just go off-road. So I just circled around the park. So this time I went, veered back and went back through the park, through a different entrance, the way I don't normally go, and then just circled back through the park and went back around and up to another exit that goes across the train tracks. And the train was still going. It was a long one. But by the time I got there, and I was hoping it would happen, the train ended, the final car, and I was able to cross, and I didn't have to slow down or redirect myself again. And I completed my run, went further. So anyway, so I didn't have to outrun the train. But sometimes I have, but today or yesterday was not one of them. And it was a run. It was chilly, but I enjoyed it. And then today, it's like It's just a couple degrees above freezing. And I just went yesterday, and so it's like, no, I'm not going back out. Yeah, I am tired. Just got back from work, and I guess not much is going on there. My raise is, I haven't seen the first pay stub on it yet, but you know, it's enough to make a noticeable contribution into, you know, I will notice it, so it's nice. And it was just a surprise, so it's kind of nice. And I'm still trying to streamline my living expenses. Um, you know, reducing my costs where I can. You know, being more economical. Um, so who knows? Who knows? So I am still thinking about moving, and I can't economically justify it to myself unless I can afford it. And there's that point where what do I think I can afford versus what do I want to afford, and what am I willing to do to afford it, and things like that. It's like, you know, in the economy and the stability of the job I've got versus other jobs that I would be qualified for if I sought them out. It'd just be about, what do I want to do? I've just been doing the same thing for long enough that I'm just comfortable doing it because I don't have to think about it, and I can just go and do that, and I know the politics of it, I know the social of it, what there is, and mostly I just stay out of it. I mostly just go in, do what I need to do, and get out with interacting as little as possible with as few people as possible. And it mostly works. People mostly have learned to leave me alone. Mostly. But for whatever reason, there are a few people that insist on, I don't know, they insist on insisting. And they just don't understand that, some people don't like to talk. They might like to talk, but not everybody likes to talk. And their constant need for wanting to talk, is they think it's rude to not want to talk to them. Or, whereas they don't understand that, maybe somebody else might find it rude that to constantly need to acknowledge their existence. It's like, yes, you're there. Again, today. Yep. So, they want to do the small talk stuff. And like, I think it's just they don't want to work. They want to spend as little time doing actual work as possible. And so they will just socially engage as many people as possible so they can stop what they're doing and chit-chat. And if you don't have time to chit-chat, then you're being rude. And they just go around and, greet as many people as possible. So they got to have a conversation with them. So to do otherwise, so I don't know. Excessively friendly. It's just horrible. So anyway, maybe I'm just impolite. I don't know. Unfriendly. But I don't know. People, the ones, I'm liked well enough. I am liked well enough that I don't feel like I need to explain myself to very many people. People just kind of know that I have a certain distance. And if you cross that distance, well, I'll just, I won't be happy and they won't be happy. So it's just like, let me approach. If I want to approach, let me approach. If I don't approach, well, don't just keep, sort of thing. I don't know. I'm a little bit weird, finicky about like just people. Some people can I don't know. It's an individual basis who has permission to get within certain distances, and I don't know. It's weird, and it's like, don't touch me either. But anyway, I don't know. I didn't really have anything to talk about. I did, but then I forgot it. So there's that. I guess I was thinking about what I am capable of deceiving myself into believing about the reality in which I exist, and what I am believing in my reality in which I believe myself to exist. So I was thinking about the deceiving, believing, like where am I? What am I doing? Why am I believing what I'm believing about whatever? Or am I deceiving myself about whatever, So, I don't know, trying to make decisions, I guess, as far as like where my investments are, and the costs, the emotional energy, because there are, the fixed costs, the apparent costs, and then there's those hidden costs and then there's the unknowns, and so I don't know. I'm not good at any of it, but I mostly am just on a lot of things just letting it ride. I am already in play. Let it ride. See what happens. The worst that can happen is already okay. So I don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, I might get some bruised feelings or hurt ego, but yeah, that's okay. It won't be the first time, and it won't be the last. It's a reminder of being alive and having feelings. They aren't always comfortable or wanted or appreciated or convenient or strike me when I like. But that's how it is. So, anyway, I'm just in a reflective kind of just, I don't know. I guess I'm just tired. I haven't been sleeping well, Construction is still happening right downstairs. My regular sleeping spot has been is no longer safe because there's just noise. So the sanctity of my home, not home, is being violated by noise pollution, and also by smoke, cigarette smoke. So, because I can smell it coming up through the vents, through the floors from the workers that are doing the work. It's like they sure do smoke a lot. I can smell it coming up through the floor. So I've had to retreat to other rooms to sleep. And then but the room in which I'm forced to retreat to now has traffic, which it always does. This is why I don't sleep here, because it's right next to the road. And there's emergency vehicles and traffic, and it's just so. But at least during the daytime hours, the traffic's not so bad. So they have fewer emergencies during the day. I don't know how they manage to schedule them such, you know, people are kind enough to have their emergencies in the evenings, you know, for the ambulances and the fire trucks and stuff to go. I don't know. It puts me in a grouchy mood, kind of cranky, and I begin to attack all manner of whatever, because I feel slighted, I feel attacked, so I seek retribution, and this is why, I mostly just try to keep it on the down low and not talk so much, and I'll just deal with it in my own space, in my own time, and yeah, and I will get over it, and and in the meantime, I don't have to inflict myself on people around me, and which I wouldn't do anyway, because I like being able to retreat back to this apartment, and I don't have to deal with anybody, I don't have to talk to anybody, I don't have anybody that I'd really want to talk to, or no one around here, not that anyone that I know of, so anyway. So that's just how it is in my life right now. It's not guaranteed to always be this way, but it is how it is right now. And as far as like how I am as a person and my personality and everything like that, it's like, yeah, I'm still working on it. I know I'm not, I'm just not good at being a person. I don't know how that works. It's like I'm really, really, really good at being alone and communicating alone. And it does seem like I am able to talk with other people. But there's those hidden costs. It does take extra energy and extra thought and extra attention, which is I am willing to do that. I don't know how far that willingness goes. It has yet to be tested. I'm curious too, because I think it'd be worth it. More so than, it's like, yeah, I continue to be like, yeah, I don't have to understand everything, but it's like just willing to, I don't know what anybody else does with how they are in their relationships, but, couldn't do any worse, I don't think. Because there's a lot of unhappy people out there, and they don't talk to each other. There's no communication at all. They have no idea what the other person is really like, because they don't talk, and they don't communicate about what's actually going on and how they feel. So, and they're just in it because it's that sunken cost. They've already invested so much time and energy that they don't want to give up, and it's a logical fallacy. Sunken cost, which I've been guilty of. But anyway. So anyway, this has gone on long enough. I didn't really have much to say, and I'm just kind of putting this on just to vent. And it's easier for me to do this than it is to write and The writing is more focused, and it gives me a chance to look at the words, and I can read, I can look at them and see my thoughts, and then adjust and edit as I go, and it gets more of a prettier result, a more coherent, cognitive work. Whereas this is just rough, very rough, and fluid, and subject to wild mood swings, or not so wild. They can be very calm mood swings too. So anyway, well, I guess today I'm not really believing in myself very much. Yeah, that's probably the closest thing to being true that I can come up with. Just feeling a bit blue. And I don't want to, but it's how it is. I'm not exactly happy with the state of the universe at this time, and the state of the world, and the state of the environment, and the state of me. So I'm taking it out on me by not believing in myself and feeling bad about everything. And yeah. But then I'll sleep and get something to eat and wake up, and something else will occupy me, and I'll feel different. And this will just be a recording on November 5th, 2021. So this is why I don't take myself so seriously. I try not to take myself, because everything changes. So don't take me too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take the world too seriously. None of it. All of it. It's like, I can make the world that I want to live in, and I can make the one that's there better. But if I am beating myself up all the time, and I am, then what good am I? I am less capable to do much of anything if I am totally shut down and paralyzed, incapacitated by myself and the stress that I take in and deal with. So, and I know these things. I just forget these things. And I feel like it's my job to suffer. It's my job to be in pain and notice things and see all these things and feel like somehow responsible but powerless to do much about it. And to see how other people don't even notice. And they just continue to go about their lives totally, So, but I can't not notice. And even when I'm not paying attention, I'm still aware. And yeah. So it's just that hypersensitivity, I guess. It's a nice way of saying it. So, yeah. So this is another video in the archive that is me talking to myself, and I'll probably never even watch it, but it's there. So maybe one day I'll actually listen to some of these and I'll go to sleep to them. You're like, oh yeah, so Probably not. I'd probably be annoying. I imagine I would be really annoying to myself. It's like, what is he complaining about now? No, I'm not going to say that to me. That's not me talking. That's other people. I've just been gaslit into believing, and it's like I've been taught and to not trust myself, basically, and to not believe and not go with my instinct about what I believe to be true. And it's taking a long time for me to feel okay and feel comfortable with just letting it ride and just believing. I have no reason to disbelieve, but I'm looking for one. And that's not me. That's the world. That's the world that's had its effect. And I don't like it. So I'm trying to just let myself be how it is I am and believe how it is I want to believe. And let that be the day. Yeah. It's a hell of a thing. So, I'm glad for everything that happened to get me to where I am right now. I'm not glad that it happened the way it happened, but I'm glad that it happened. I'm not glad for each individual thing that had to happen, but I'm glad that the end result got me to here, and I'm glad I was the person capable of making the decisions that needed to be made at the time to arrive to the now. It's like, and I didn't know. But I'm glad and it's not like I'm trying to pat myself on the back or congratulate myself or, talk about how, wonderful of a person I think I am. But I am pretty awesome. Like I said, don't take me seriously. But I'm glad that I made it to now, and it really sucked. A lot of it, and I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it, but I did make it to now, and everything is still not to my liking, and I'm not happy. But I like my situation, and I like myself a hell of a lot better than I used to, just condemn myself. So I feel better about myself, better about the world even. Not by much, but better about life in general. So I'll take it. It's like that is part of the deal. And it's a better deal that I've got now than the one I had before. That deal was ending. Well, there wasn't even a deal. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I just want to close this up before it gets too long. So, anyway, yeah, I'm working on it. All this is rehearsal. This is practice for works to come. So, stay tuned. Okay.